Oops, I was muted. Another Motovlogger radio starting with nobody here. Excitement, excitement. Just been editing a video of my birthday go-karting. So I'll have a video out some time in the next 48 hours. Actually, I finished editing it. I just got to produce it and then upload it. Who's viewing as a viewer? Why is there a viewer? It's not me. What are you doing, Mr. Viewer Man? I assume you're a man, not a child. Just I've got a hour and 12 minutes till my video's rendered. Rendered, yeah, that's what the word people use. Seems to be a almost 6-minute video. Yeah, rendering takes ages when you're editing the color of the footage. Adding a splash of saturation, a splash of sharpening. I think in the case of the darker footage, I can't remember what I did, but it's obviously a little bit brighter, I think, than the original. Because when you render the video, for some reason, it always goes darker than the original. So if you edit it and make it a bit brighter, it comes out how it was, how the original file was. It's going to be a 2.2 gig file here, 5-6 minute video. Really got to do editing so I can get rid of these footage. My drive's filling up. Edit it. Delete it. Yeah. Just keep the final product. I really don't need a. So what? Code kind of goes for what? 10 minutes. So I've managed half of it. That's decent. Half of it. Keep the action flowing in the video. Something I could come back and watch. Don't need to watch a whole 10-minute go-karting all the time if I come back to watch it. See what I did on my birthday? Yeah, I've been super lazy editing. So much stress lately. And then I was just wasting the day, and I was like, yeah. Then I was listening to tons of music, and I was like, oh yeah, guess I could edit. Got all my housework done yesterday, so. And I thought I might go for a ride today. I was like, nah, just go to sleep. Really want to ride the 150. I actually left it outside for a week or so. So it had some rain on at times and frost on it. And I brought it inside. Yeah, whenever, yesterday. Whatever, someday. Back in the garage, and I was like sitting on it. I was like, oh, what is the suspension squeaking? The rear suspension is squeaking at me. So I need to give it a ride and See what happens when it warms up. Front suspension is really good still. And now that I've edited or adjusted some suspension on the MG09, going over to the 150, giving it a push on it, and going, oh yeah, it's set up pretty right. Interesting. Although yeah, the rear's stiff at least today. I don't know if that's because I've left it out in the cold and whatever. I don't know. I have to give it a ride. Pardon me. Yeah. Hello, got two viewers. Hello, what you doing? You want to come hang out? Come hang out in the hangout? In the hangout? Do you want to? Do you want to come chat? Nah, why would you do that? What what's the what's the word? I'm looking at Bunnings, right? I'm looking at Bunnings for like this stuff, the foamy stuff or whatever you put around your door seals. I'm just searching drafts. Stop, like draft stop. That's not right. Can't think of what I should be searching for. Um, Draft. Oh, door seals. Here we go. That's what I'm looking for. Door seals. Right. Looking for a stick-on seal, but I want it to be. I don't want. I don't want it to be foam. Looking for a brush type one. Weather seal tape. Here we go. Brush seal. Yeah. Self-adhesive. Should be in bed for the flight, but you want to join the hangout? Is that what you're saying? You want to come hang out? There's no boys in here, just dodgy. Just men. Just one man. Just one 30-year-old man. Yeah. Somehow he had 3 viewers for a second. That was weird. Too excited for the plane ride, for the motorcycle adventures. When's the flight? Yeah, America. When, like, early? When, what time? This stream should be on lowest latency, so you should get decently quick voice replies. Five AM at the airport. Okay, what's the time now? Okay. Yeah, I should go to sleep. Or you could wait an hour. I mean, 7 hours sleep's not bad. Wait, unless it takes longer than an hour to get there. To wake up and get there. Do you think people would take a motorcycle to go to the airport? What if people don't have a car? Do you think they have motorcycle parking in the airport? I mean, you're probably going to you're going to wear your gear actually, aren't you? So you might as well ride there. You might. Yeah, of course not. Yeah, why would you want to leave a motorcycle at the airport? You'd catch public transport to the airport. Nah, you're probably going to Uber. Yep, always last minute. You wake up in the morning and want to remember something else you need to pack. Or you'll wake up, you try to go to sleep, and then you'll think of something else. plus a bag. Well, I guess. So what? That's specified that you could take a helmet and a bag. It's like in the regulations or something, is it? But your helmet's in a bag too, right? In a helmet bag, in a padded helmet bag. Although, you know, what are you going to do with the helmet bag when you get there? You're going to ride around everywhere with a helmet bag. Better off wearing it for the whole flight. Do you think they'd let you wear it? I don't think they even let you wear it, eh? Oh, what did we see? We saw a picture of Adrian, Nickelodeon, 2B1 and all that. We'll put their helmets on mid-flight. I think a terrorist would like get out there, balaclava or whatever. That's a bit silly though. You've got on the flight. No one would care by then, surely. You can start plane vlogging with your helmet on. Mid-flight vlogging. Mid-flight helmet vlogs. And you just get up with your helmet on, walk down the aisle, go pretend to go to the toilet and walk back and just vlog it. People will be like, "Oh, I've seen everything now. This guy's walking around with his helmet on mid-flight." Is it 2 flights? It's 2 flights to get there, isn't it? Okay, enjoy. Have a safe trip. 0 views. That's no good. Choo! Achoo! No one's here to hear me sneeze, so therefore I never sneeze. It's okay. Oh, 40 minutes left on my rendering. That's cool. 40 minutes. That's cool. Cool. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Got some ideas for my next video. No one's gonna hear it. I can just chat here to myself. What was it about? Oh, because I wrote with Nev and half the video was like no sound. So I'm thinking, no one's gonna hear this, but I'm thinking of editing it with no sound on any of the clips and just like do sound effects like when you go on like 110 and you're like and then voiceover. Hey Nev, blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's right. It's close soon. Blah blah blah. Let's have some food. Yeah, voiceover. I think it would be cool, but yeah, take a lot of editing. I don't know how to. Haven't really done a voiceover for clips before. I sort of want to cut it to the clips to have different voice for different clips. So I might have to edit, look at a clip or something, and then watch the clip, record a talk over, and then sort of cut it to talking to the clip size. Yeah, it's going to be, so that's the thinking. I don't know. I mean, I could put everything into a timeline and then I can write, and then I can, well, the editor's got a thing where you can input voice, right? So you record voice, but I assume, I haven't done it, is you press, actually, maybe I did do it, and what happens is it just records like voiceover from all the clip, like it just records along the timeline of your voice. So yeah, to cut it to the clip, like I'd have to just find the clip, record the voice, or cut the clip large, record the voice, cut the voice and the clip to the same size. Yeah, I don't know. It does seem like a lot of work, but that's sort of a fun comedy, talk over sort of thing for a video. Been interesting. Comment below if you heard me talk about this, because you'd have to have listened to this hangout after the hangout to have heard this. Because there's 0 viewers. 0 viewers. Been having some issues with the GoPro. Obviously, the main thing is I've been having this weird thing where I press record. Well, I've always had the issue where if I put the power on, so the cable into to permanent power, I plug the cable in, and then the quick start never worked on the camera, so I couldn't just one click record. So what I have always been doing is quick starting it, then plug the power into the mic adapter. And well, lately, and not even 100% of the time, so it's random, if anything. I mean, what did I wrote with Nev and did maybe 5 stop and goes of plugging the microphone back in during the day, and like first one's fine, second one's stuff, third one's fine. Just back and forth, not consistent. But yeah, even my test rides. Oh, you got a viewer. I'm just talking to myself. Hello. I'll keep talking to myself. That's all right. Even my test rides, a stuffed voice. Stuffed voice was stuffed in my test ride videos. At zero audio, so yeah. Anyway, I've updated the GoPro now, so now I don't even have a quick start. Like the external microphone doesn't work with quick start, so maybe my issues are solved by not using the quick start in the first place. So if I plug the power in, oh, it's Titan. Hello, Titan.
Hello, how's it
I'm
going?
just talking to myself,
Yeah, I like
letting
watched like 5 seconds of that.
letting out all the secrets, and no one's here to hear it. So good.
You don't get much traffic.
No, no, we've moved to Saturdays now. I saw you last week, and you said, "Oh, what's on
Yeah,
Saturday?" Like, no. I moved to Saturdays. If you
okay.
if you watched like the first minute or whatever on the previous video, I mentioned straight away I'll be moving to Saturdays.
Oh, okay. So how's the O9?
It's alright. It's a bit dirty.
A bit dirty.
Yeah. I rode it in the rain the other week, and then it was in my house. It was in my garage while this builder man was cutting stuff up about fixing my house basically, and all this dust was flying in my garage. Had to wipe down all the surfaces, and basically what I did with the bike was just hose it down.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
So
Nice.
that's all. That's all. Got all the white dust off of it, but
Yeah,
but yeah, it's dirty. But who cares? It doesn't even look dirty in the pictures, obviously. So who cares?
yeah, fair enough.
I did lube the chain after I hosed it down.
Yeah, man.
I'm probably up to about 660 k's or something like that.
Oh, okay. So basically, you still have to do your first case service.
Yeah, sometime I'm not
Yeah.
rushing into. I don't really have the money. I mean, it's probably going to be like 500 or 300 or $500 or something. Isn't it? I don't know. So
Yeah,
not in a rush to have another bill.
yeah, fair enough.
And I
Well,
sat on the 150 today, and the rear suspension was squeaking. So I was like, maybe I should take this for a ride and see what happens.
um, squeaking, eh? Yeah, perhaps
Yeah,
it's coming loose or something.
I left it. Well, I don't know. I left it outside for a week in the rain and the frost. So
Oh shit, don't ever do that. Unfortunately, I have to leave my bike outside, so I always cover it. So,
I don't know. I don't bother. I don't mind it getting wet or whatever. But yeah, I'm just noticing maybe it's because it's cold or whatever. So I just think I need to ride it and warm the suspension and all this.
yep. So, I might be getting, I don't know if I will be getting it or not, but I might be getting my full license, um, in November this year.
You don't know if you'll be getting it or not. What do you mean?
Yeah, because, I'm not quite sure about the date if you actually get it when your P's expire, because my P's actually expire this November. So, yeah.
Expire? What do you mean on your
Yeah,
license?
like basically, yeah, basically it actually expires on that date
Your
this year.
license? Well, you just renew it, and you'll
Yeah,
have it back.
well,
I mean, you should
yeah, I
know the
have obviously I
procedure.
have to renew it. So,
You
but
should know the procedure. Don't you?
yeah, I kind of don't. I'm a little bit confused about it. If I get my fulls
You've got
this year or next year.
you've got your full car license.
Yeah.
When did you get it? A year
Uh,
before November.
um, are you meaning when I first got my license or when I got my full car
No, when
license?
you got your new photo ID.
I got it this May. Oh no, June. Sorry, June the 6th.
June, and then
Yes.
on it it says expires November.
Yeah. Yeah. My bike license expires November.
Is this two different things you're saying? Two different paperworks?
Yeah. It's on the one same license.
So on your one license, there's two different expiry dates.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Oh,
my
okay, never
so
seen that before.
basically, I'm still on my provisional license, which is my green peas, and that's due to expire 15th of November. But I'm not quite sure if I get my full bike license in November this year or if I get it next year, and that's what I'm trying to find out. Apparently, Curry Rider told me that you should be on your full bike license this year, but the RMS dude apparently told me that I get it in August 2018. But I'll double check and see if that's right or wrong. If it's wrong,
Just don't make any plans and see what happens.
yeah, yeah, of course.
I mean, there's no rush if you did get it to do anything about it. I mean, what have you done about your car license? Nothing.
I just have the legal authority to be able to drive whatever I want to. So
Yeah,
I can
which is
hop in the
irrelevant.
cockpit. I can hop in the cockpit of an A45 AMG, Mercedes Benz, or a bloody Lamborghini or
No one's
Aventador.
letting you do this. What do you think?
Oh, yes. Eventually, I'll get around to doing it. I want to do it.
I don't think people just let people do this. I think it's more you're able to buy one now and drive it if you are able.
Dodgy, you would have let me drive your Sylvia if you still had it.
Yeah, maybe. I'd say make a video. Here you
We'll see.
go. Yeah, back when I had it, I was like, oh, temporary citizen should drive and make a video. But nah, didn't happen. Didn't
do you
even.
do you ever meet up with temp sits or
No,
no?
actually no. I've seen him. Basically seen him twice,
All right.
and one was at Random's meetup.
Ah.
So,
Oh yeah. Of course. Yeah. Yep.
but I rode with him specifically on another day. I intentionally met up with him.
Nice.
Yeah, I would like to get the 150 to the next service and then give it to him for make a video on it.
Do you have plans to sell it?
Yeah, some of you
Okay.
next minute.
Do it. Make some extra money and get some new stuff for your own nine.
Yeah, that would help. Yeah,
Quick
but
shift to bra.
so would selling this spare helmet that I've advertised.
Who's viewing? No one's here, so I'm going
Yep.
to say right now that once I have my full license, I will straight up be test riding the MT10 and the MT09.
If yeah, probably if they
Yep.
let you, I assume they would let you. Yes.
Yeah, of course. I mean, White House does demo rides, so yeah, of course they'll let me. Um, Also want to get my hands on an FZ1N and an FZ8N because they are fucking cheap as chips. They go so damn cheap. Like I could pick one up at a decent price, and
All right.
that would be my
Yeah,
budget bike.
they're really heavy though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, 200 kilos.
Why would you? No, you should get a Z900, man.
No, I don't. I don't. I
Why do
don't.
you want to get an old bike?
Honestly, I don't trust Kawasaki in its reliability. They are reliable, but they have issues, and I don't even trust Suzuki either. If there are any motorcycles that I'll buy, it'll definitely be either a Yamaha or a Honda.
No interest in super sports.
No, no, zero interest for the street. For the track, yeah, yep, I don't mind, but not for the street. In this time of age, you definitely want to be in the super naked class of bikes.
Yeah, the '09
Yep,
just goes.
yep. Because super nakeds. What are the benefits? Well, you're getting the same sort of features as a Super Sport, but
Way more talk.
yeah, more torque. So more torque equals more friendly riding. Good for commuting, very commuter friendly, and yeah,
I don't know about that.
yeah.
Mainly because of the
Upright
wide
seating
handlebars.
positions.
Wide handlebars, you can't get through.
Okay,
I get stuck way more on the MG09 than I do on the
then
150.
you know the biggest solution to that: get some foldable bar and mirrors, and yeah, I have no
Uh,
issues filtering at all.
I don't think the mirrors are the issue. It's mainly the wide. The MG9 handlebar is wider than yours.
Yeah, I know. So, but how can Trident filter so
Oh,
easily with
you
those
can.
wide handlebars? Yeah,
Yeah, you see him getting gone really slow through some of the filters, but what don't you see? You know, he's not going to put it up if it's boring footage. He's got stuck somewhere. You know, he doesn't fit.
I mean Twitch will commutes, and he
Yeah, on the yellow bike.
on the Triumph, yeah, and the DRZ.
Yeah, the DRZ actually has similar width as the MG9,
Yep.
but the handlebars are higher above things on the DRZ.
Well, I think the MT10 wouldn't have as wider handlebars as the MT09. I think they're the same width
Yeah, I
as the
don't think
07.
they're as wide as the 9. I think the 9 is way wide.
Yeah, but I'd still do it regardless.
Yeah, you do it until you're like, oh man, I don't fit now. It's annoying.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, count me in. I don't really care about the weight of the FZ1N or 8N. Like I really don't. It's not like
Yeah,
I'm going
you
to be
don't.
riding every
Hmm.
day and then like I'll be dropping the bike like a shit cunt. The
Yeah,
only issue
it's
that I'll have
probably only
is,
an issue if you're dropping it. Yeah.
but hey, like two people can lift it up. I'm not going to be the only person. Like,
Yeah.
could ask someone. So
I
yeah,
mean, what is
if
it? It's like they're probably like 30 kilos heavier than they're probably like 220-ish.
yeah, incredible handling, but
Like any bike.
yeah, but yeah, budget bike. Can save a lot of money buying one of those, and I can still have the same amount of fun. Yeah.
How much are they?
Well, currently they're going for around $7,000 to $8,000, and you can cheapest it can go is 5 grand. And I don't really care much about the Ks because they they're Yamaha, very
Do
reliable
you
engines.
think do you think you'd trade your bike in for one or you just not?
I'm not going to trade it in. I'm going to sell mine privately.
Alright, I was just seeing if you're gonna have two.
Yeah, no, I don't need to. I only need one bike in my life. So if I
Or
was going to
kind
get another bike, it would definitely be
It'll
something off
definitely
road.
be older than the one you have.
What's that?
If you were gonna, is that what you're gonna say? If you were gonna get a new bike, it would be older than the one you have.
I don't know. As long as it's off road, it's all right. Should be fine.
Off road? What do you mean off road?
Like off road.
Oh, it's a second bike. Right.
Yeah. Yep.
But whatever you buy next is going to be older than your current one.
Maybe.
What year is yours?
Mine's a 2015.
Yeah, sounds like you're telling me you're going to buy an older than 15.
You can only assume. Not sure at this
Well,
stage. So yeah.
O2 Big Kev was going to buy something old, and he went and bought something new.
I mean,
Hey,
yeah, old as in like an FZ1N.
no,
Like
I'm saying he bought brand new.
yeah.
But he was going to buy an old, old bike.
Can you imagine if Kev bought the H2? How cool would that be?
Doesn't sound practical for, no. Maybe he's trying to get it places quicker. No. Maybe he's trying to hit all the kangaroos, not just one. No.
Hmm. Fair enough, bruh.
Got 19 minutes on this video render.
Oh yeah. What video have you got
Oh, I'll
coming?
go karting for my birthday.
Oh yeah, of course. Ah, man, would I ever come to Adelaide again? Um,
I don't know, would you? What would you do? Where would you stay?
oh,
Haven't you
stay.
done everything and seen everybody?
Yeah, I think I have actually. Yeah, Adelaide's too small, isn't it? What else is there to see in Adelaide? No, I'd like to return again though, just to.
What would you do though? Do people still want to hang out with you?
Yeah, of course.
Just just checking, because what did I see the other day? I saw Truden make a reference to Titan for something. Oh,
Where'd you see that?
he said, oh, you wouldn't have 30 likes or something.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Should meet up with Tridden again and show him your MT09.
Yeah, I don't think he follows my stuff, so I'm not gonna go out of my way now.
Yeah, fair enough. Snarky sold his bike. He sold it to Reels Edits actually.
Yeah, seen that.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Oh, I wonder if it looks like he's gonna keep the gold, on there. I'm not sure if I would keep it on there, but just because it just seems like he's copying now. Yeah. Even though it's the
Apparently
same
there's
individual,
a bloody van that is gold wrapped in
Yeah,
Adelaide.
I've seen that picture. That
What
was
is this? Is
ugly.
Adelaide becoming like the city of bling bling?
The city of vinyl wrap. I would not be surprised.
Oh,
I don't
Dodgy.
even
I
wear
think you
vinyl
should
wrap.
gold wrap your MT09.
No. I wonder how much it costs though. If it doesn't cost that
Nine hundred
much,
dollars. Snarky's wrap was 900.
$900. I can see why he's keeping that gold on there now. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you can't really go back.
Yes, sirree.
Do they? They probably take it all apart. They probably wouldn't want to take it apart to do that. So
Yeah, you can reverse it around. You can take them off by the discretion of the people who wrapped it.
I wonder if they. Oh no, you could easily do it yourself with a heat gun. But
Yeah, but
there's Mr.
I
Four for
wouldn't.
Lot. He's made it to the hangout. Got 37 minutes left, Mr. Four for Lot. Yeah.
Hmm. So what am I going to be doing for the rest of this year? Well, I haven't got much time to
Are you
motovlog these
working?
days. Yeah, I'm working. I'm working my tits off.
You enjoying working?
Oh yeah, of course. Yep.
How do you get to work?
How do I get to work? I drive.
You drive to work.
Yep.
Why?
Um,
What do you need the car at work for some reason?
no, I don't really need it. But
Oh, why are you driving?
I just prefer to drive.
It's cheaper to ride though. How many k's you got on it? Your motorcycle?
I've racked about 24,000, and like I hardly commute.
And you bought it at one, a bit and a bit.
Sorry,
You bought it at 1 and a bit kilometers, 1,000.
I bought it at 1,800 k's. Sometimes I ride to work, but most of the time I don't, just cause.
Just cause raining. Just
Uh,
because it's cold?
well,
Just because you want, I don't know.
honestly, my job involves riding motorcycles. So when
Oh,
you have to
yes.
switch from a 600 to a
Yeah.
125, switch is
Yikes.
too big, and then you have to get used to that bike, and then you have to get used to your MTO 7 all over again. That's one reason why I don't ride to work.
Hmm.
And you might make mistakes, and sometimes that mistake could cost probably your life or serious injury. And yeah, it's just much better to drive a car and then not have to ride a bike.
You wear lots of gear on this bike for work?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah.
So it makes sense to me to ride with your gear on and then ride around working with gear on. You're already prepared by riding to work.
Yeah, but I don't prefer to. So
Less dollars in petrol.
yeah, true.
More wheelie practice. I mean, never mind.
uh, well, mate, I've got to do more wheelies. I've really got to master my wheelies before I get my next bike.
Yeah, I don't need to do any wheelies.
Ah, don't be like that.
Yep,
Wheelies are fun.
traction control 2. The wheel came up and then went back down when traction control kicked in.
Turn off traction control and clutch it in seconds. You'll have the ride of your life. And put it in A mode.
You don't need A mode.
Yeah, no one needs A mode. It's too powerful.
It's nothing to do with the power, but it's nice to have a little bit of delay in the throttle.
Yeah.
Doesn't affect the power time. Calm down. It's a throttle mapping, not a power mode, not a power map.
That's true.
But yeah, I don't see any reason to keep the 150. There was the idea of if someone came over, they have a bike to ride.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's coming though. I
I'm pretty
mean,
excited for next year. I'm just really keen to
spend money.
yeah. Yeah, I've got to start buying a house. I want to get my house deposit sorted out
Are
before I
you
can.
saving money?
Oh yeah. I've just started saving money now.
You already got a house, Mr. Four for Lot?
Yeah, for love lot.
Oh, hang on. All right, now which conversation am I up to? I had the hangout on in the background, so it's like a 4 or 10 second lag. How are we?
How's it going?
Excellent, excellent. I heard you were buying a house.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be
Those
getting a house deposit sorted out for myself. So,
Yeah, do that.
yep.
Something I didn't do back when I should have and could have, and yeah, I'd have to wait I won't say a long time, but a while until my mum croaks it, and then I'll have enough money to buy a house. But anyway, renting sucks, but it has its advantages. Anything breaks, I just ring someone and say, fix it.
So what's broken?
Nothing. That's a problem. I rang up for a bloody.
What did you accidentally fix something though? You'd be like, "Yeah, I'll just fix it."
Hey?
Wouldn't you just accidentally fix it yourself?
Oh, it depends what's wrong. If something broke, the owner knows I'd probably fix it myself anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, the bloody toilet was the rubbers at the back needed doing. And I was on the real estate agent's back for ages, and they were just useless, dragging their heels. So I thought, fuck it, did it myself and gave them a $150 bill.
Oh.
They paid it. Yes. Another time there was some dripping tap somewhere, and the real estate agent thought that I said that. I don't know how they got it, but apparently the hot water service blew up from me asking about a dripping tap. So the owner was here like the next day, or that day, or whatever it was. But yeah,
How many years you been there?
6 actually, 6.5.
Have
Something
they
like that.
changed the price?
No, he's re-signed the lease with the real estate agent and kept the rent the same. And yeah, I've looked around every now and then in the area for comparative houses, and you're paying more. You're paying more.
Yeah, that's why the price hasn't gone up.
Yeah, well, it technically should. Next door, same size block, similar, well, same age house. They subdivided that, put one obviously brand new at the back. It's a corner block. One out the back, and kept the existing one. The existing one was, well, before they did all this, it was 340 with the whole block and the 3-bedroom house. Since they subdivided, that older house is 370 and the new house is 450. So the income they're making off one property is like 1.5 times what it was, or more than 1.5 times. Like double.
Yeah.
That's why councils love it. They freaking subdivide like crazy if they could.
More council rates.
How's the
Yeah, exactly.
how's the Melbourne weather for Offlight?
What's the temperature?
Cold. Today was a
Yeah.
heat wave. It was 19. Ooh.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
But the winds were, or they predicted up to 105. And I was out today, and it was a little, I won't say it was cold, but, you know, I'm a wuss and I was a little bit chilly. But I just had to do a little bit of running around anyway. So. But weather-wise, it was blue sky everywhere. Tomorrow, apparently sunny. Might get some rain through the night. We've been sort of getting patches, you know, 2 or 3 days of fine weather and then 2 or 3 days of rain. But that's Melbourne through winter.
Oh, okay.
It's just how it is. We don't get the, you know, the stupid tropical crap in summer, obviously. We don't get Sydney's in between tropical and semi-arid type thing. But yeah, we've got a weather on our own. Same as Adelaide, actually, pretty much. Adelaide and Perth. No, not Perth. Perth's hotter. Pretty much the same as Adelaide, yeah. Yes. So, Dodge.
Dodgy.
Well, you were talking before in regards to, you know, you're going to keep the 150 just in case anybody came over, and then they'd have something to ride, and no one's come over yet.
Yeah,
Well, that's because it's a 150. When it was a 600 or a litre bike, shit, you'd be out. People lining up at your door.
No, I don't think anyone needs a holiday over here. I mean, if they were, like, Titan rode his own bike over.
Yeah, look, I've got to do the hills, but I was thinking my days of impromptu jump on the bike and go to a different state. I'm not going to say they're over, but the flexibility of it is. You know, the gumption and the not having any responsibilities after you knock off work sort of thing. It's just not there anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But, you know, I prefer to plan things anyway. My 21st birthday, my mum rang me up and said, where are you? I said, I'm out. She said, why aren't you over here for dinner? I said, well, when did someone tell me? Oh, no, it's a surprise. I said, well, that's why I'm not there. No one told me. So I didn't go to my own birthday dinner. I like organising things. I like to know what I'm doing in advance. I like randomness, but I like a little bit of organisation as well.
Well, yeah, it's your birthday. You would have planned what you're
Oh,
planning.
fucking oath. I had mates a couple of weeks. I mean, it was the 21st birthday too. So I had mates a couple of weeks before, you know, hey man, what are we doing? Which pubs, you know, how long? Blah, blah, blah. So, oh well.
Yeah,
I went there the next
you
night.
didn't plan to see them. That's not your their.
No, that's it. I mean, but as I said after the fact, after that night, as I said to her, I said, look, wouldn't you just, I don't know, ring you up and say, hey, my tap's dripping, can you come and fix it? You know, or something like that. Some
that
way of
wouldn't work.
secretly getting the person to
Sorry,
come
guys,
over.
I'm gonna have to back out. I'm watching a movie at
Oh.
the moment. Sorry about that.
No, good. What are you watching? What are you watching? What are you watching?
Watching Lord of the Rings.
Oh, really? Which one?
Yeah. Episode 1, Fellowship.
You mean some kind of remake on a bit naughty website?
No, seriously.
Lord
I'm
of the
actually
Dongs.
in the middle. I just thought I might drop in just to say hi and stuff, but yeah.
Well, you're going to go back to
so-
watching. You're going to go back
I
to
am,
watching.
yeah.
To watching Lord of the Dongs, are you?
All right. I'll see you later, guys.
See you, mate. Right,
Take
so
it easy.
you too.
Alright.
So what's happening with Motor Radio? It's not on a Sunday. It's on a Saturday now, is it?
Yeah, Saturday. My Sundays are full of work now.
Ah, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Because I was bloody. I think Motor Radio. I don't know if anybody else is having any hangouts like Full or you or hangouts during the week. So I haven't seen any.
No, nobody.
Yeah. During the week, it's like, oh, might feel like having a chat and have a look at,
Gave that up ages ago.
Did
You
he?
should go on Discord if you want to have a chat. You seem to be in the.
I hate Discord. Oh, it actually lags up compared to TeamSpeak. It ties up the bandwidth. If I turn my computer on, it's like it's turning itself on and opening up a channel itself. It's just annoying. But it's just another trendy TeamSpeak.
When you get an NBN.
What's this witchcraft you talk of?
It's fast internet.
No, it's not.
It's as fast as you want to pay, how much money you want to pay for it.
It's not fast in this country. No, apparently the speeds they're claiming compared to the speeds that people are being delivered is a huge gap, and people are not happy. Overall, they're not happy with the NBN. So I might as well, and as the quote was, people are actually going back to ADSL 2 Plus because, why pay for something that you're not getting? People are go back pay for ADSL 2, which is cheapish, but they know what speed they're getting.
I'm paying for 50 down, 20 up. And the other day I was getting 45 down and 25 up.
Yeah.
So it worked out to the same total, but for some reason they took 5 off the down and put it on the up.
Weird. No, I've never had good internet. Even when the modem was new, it just the pings doing a ping test, it just was not doing the numbers that they were saying. My upload's like 0.25 or something. It's ridiculous. Download, I think it was under 10. It really is shit. Don't go with iNet, anyone listening. Mind you, don't go with anything else.
iNet.
Yeah, you might as well freaking get yourself a strand of copper wire and a push bike and a alternator out of a car and convert it all into something that works better. So have you heard from Suburban Night?
He's on Discord. Yeah, he's live.
Oh, okay. Okay. No, I sent him an SMS like, what's happening with the hangouts, and I didn't actually get one back.
Oh, you mean full face?
No. It was
Suburban doesn't do hangouts. What do you mean?
no. But he hangs out on them a lot.
Right. Well, he's on Discord fairly often.
Yeah, but is
Because
there a
his
channel
computer's
on
on.
Discord, or
What?
are they using a channel, or are they just?
Yeah, the face of full faces one.
Oh, yeah. I think I've got that actually.
Yeah, Suburban doesn't usually go in the voice chat, but you occasionally see a comment from him on the comments.
Okay. How's his job working out?
I assume
Doing it
it's
from
going
home?
good, and he's living at his lady's mum's house
Okay.
up the river. He's
You
had
lie. There's no one in there.
set up his desk. Oh, not in the voice chat. No, I'm in the hangout. Full faces in a game,
Okay.
and then
Well,
the brake
Motovlogger's
burners
lounge.
American.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you can see the chat though.
What chat? Oh, that chat. Why does it start on the first one? Hang on, today at 4:45 p.m.
Yeah, I wrote that. Yeah.
Yeah, then there was last Thursday before that, the one before that. What the hell? Bet boo. What's the fucking video for at the toilet? Giant toilet spider attacks my foot.
Yeah. Oops.
Holy shit! Wow.
Yeah, but how many spiders did you see before you lifted it up?
Nothing.
Yeah, there's like two.
Was
you
it?
see two spiders before he even lifted the lid.
Yeah, okay. I can't see it
So
properly.
that's why he was lifting it, obviously.
Yeah, we're checking on YouTube on bloody full screen. Oh, yeah, one at the back, yeah.
And on
Yeah, I
the
see
wall.
it now. Yeah. I didn't see the wall. Oh, where's the wall? Wow. Check under. Oh, yeah, one on the wall, yeah, above the thing. That's why you should check under public toilet seats up north.
North Territory.
Well, up north is in anywhere above Sydney. Doesn't happen down here. It's too bloody cold. Definitely too cold.
It's called giant toilet spider attacks my foot. A toilet spider.
$10,000 likes. Fucking hell. Oh, 2011. No wonder. Always got to look at that date when it was uploaded. Can make a big difference on whether you're looking at views or whatever. Fuck, 6.5 million views. Jesus. Be nice to have a video that, gets 100, 200, 300, whatever thousand plus views.
Well, if you scroll up through the writing there to the first red picture you see.
First red picture you see. Full face. Last Tuesday. Still can't read the freaking thing. It's too small. Stolen. What? Is that his?
Yep.
I thought he had bigger than a 250.
Oh, yeah. Now he does.
Oh, okay.
but he had 2, and now he's got 1.
Bugger.
But yeah, that's been parked in the same place for 3 years, and all of a sudden gone.
Hang on. Oh, you mean what? Whilst he's at work?
Well, no, he would take it to work.
And park it there
Yeah,
for 3 years.
overnight.
Oh, you mean back at his house?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Is that where it's stolen?
Yep.
Driveway or in the garage?
Yep. Well,
driveway.
Carport, yeah.
Yeah, see, I'd never do that. Purely because, I mean, it needs to be on a gate or something like that. You know, make it difficult. You can't lift a bike over a fence, so I don't know. Even, you drive a fucking Dynabolt in the ground and chain it to that. Bit of preventative measures. No, hang on, that's right.
Well, he knows
Prevention.
now.
Hey?
He knows now, yeah.
Yeah.
I was worried about my bike out the front of my house for a few hours.
Yeah.
I was looking at it every couple of minutes.
Yeah, no, because mine's not insured, so I gotta.
Well, that's exactly what happened here.
Yeah,
He wasn't insured.
I always keep an eye on mine. I never go to a cafe I'll never park it in a car park and then walk away from it. They'll park, because obviously over here you can park on the footpath. I'll be right out the front of the shop so I can see the bike. That's what I like about Victoria. Because mine, you can't use the steering lock. Not that it bloody, really stops anybody anyway.
Yeah, I know. You can work around it or you can just break it, yeah.
Yeah.
I work around it all the time, moving it around at my house. Like, I can't bother grabbing the key, so I've left it locked. I'll just move it as it is.
Yeah, you just drag, you push it and then drag the front. Push it, drag the front. Or the back, or whichever.
Or tip it on the sides down and turn around. Yeah.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. I mean, there's lots of ways of doing it. It's not like it's a car where it's, a 2-ton to start with.
Yeah, so without a lock, it's going to go. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. I mean, they've got, years ago they brought out, the disc locks, obviously. They brought one out that had a mercury switch in it. So if you stand the bike up, it'll go off and beep away. I mean, yeah, fair enough. People have got these grinders and that sort of shit, battery operated, but anything audible is better than nothing.
Yeah.
Personally, I'd rather.
Yeah, it turns out he was home when it went as well. So.
Oh, okay.
Probably pouring rain though, so he wouldn't hear as much.
Makes you wonder whether pushed it away or trailered it away or even rode away.
Well, turns out it was spotted getting towed on like a rope pipe with a behind a car.
Ah, yeah, fuckers.
So they got rid of the steering lock, obviously, and just rolled it around.
Well, in England, there's a few videos out there. They'll just fucking, 2 people on a moped. They'll rock up. One will get off, break the steering lock.
Yeah, and then push the other one.
Start pushing, and then the other one will just on the moped. He'll put his foot up and push the back of the bike. So
yep.
I can't remember what channel it was, but he actually followed 2 people that just stole his or someone's bike or something, and it was quite long. But there was also, mind you, his video got stolen as well. That theft video was on someone else's fucking theft compilation video. And then his comment down the bottom, very nicely and articulated, hey, kindly, could you remove because it's mine type thing. I would have used more descriptive words. But yeah, sort of a double whammy, got his bike stolen and gets
not
fucking
his
video.
bike.
I actually don't know if it was his. I thought it was, but I know he's riding in the video, following them. So maybe he witnessed
So
someone
obviously he saw his bike moving and he stole this other bike.
else's. Commandeered someone's bike. Oh, the police do it all the time, don't they? In the movies.
Surely not.
In the movies. You're going to be doing the Sync the Planet ride?
Don't think so. It's not that exciting. I mean, it's certainly not organised here anymore. Or it was that one time and then no one did it last year. At least not organised. You know, maybe solo, maybe one person, if that, here.
No,
So, not really.
Simon did a really good one in 2-3 years ago. Or 3, I think it was. It was probably the first one. And that was a good turnout, but that was the last big turnout. And no one in Victoria puts up their arm, their hand. I did put up my hand to organise things, but I'm not plugged in enough to organise something anywhere near what Simon did.
Yeah, well, the other year was Jack the Muss here,
Mm.
organised, and we had a handful turn up, which was good. Meeting several guys for the first time at that there.
Oh, yeah.
But no, haven't. No one organised one the next year, and then now there's this year now.
I mean, it's a big event, but I don't know if it's that big yet.
I don't know if it's probably getting smaller,
You reckon?
isn't it?
I don't know.
Well, there's still advertising, but isn't it the same channels?
Well, I mean, the
advertising.
no. Well, there's a synctheplanet.org, I think it is, and you list your ride and where it's going from, what time, that sort of thing. There's quite a few people organised rides. Like, there's over a dozen, but that's worldwide. You know, I mean, Jordanian and obviously Mr. Oz, Dockman. There's a few others in America and that sort of thing. Channels you might know.
Yeah, who advertise?
So, size-wise, I don't know. I haven't compared. I haven't looked at any numbers with previous years. But I do think it's not. Well, I mean, mind you, over here it's fucked up. You know, in Victoria. I mean, last year, yeah, I've done it every year, but last year it was pissing down. You know, and I did it sort of in Ringwood near my, you know, down the road from me, sort of thing.
You're saying by yourself that time?
Yeah, I was by myself last year. Yeah, but you know, weather is not a good turn on.
I think I would do it mainly socially with the local people. I don't think I'd go and do it myself.
I think it's a local thing. It's a social thing.
But yeah,
yeah,
no one's organising it.
Good excuse for me to get out, but yeah, there's no. I mean, Mr. Combi and I are going to do something, but still not confirmed as far as
You
where.
could just record it whichever night. Doesn't even matter.
Oh, I suppose you could.
If you do it by yourself, I'm saying.
You could. Defeats the purpose, but you could. Just don't go past driving past one of those shops that has the time, the date, and the temperature on a thing out the front.
And make sure you're not at the same location as anyone else's video.
Yeah. Yeah, you put yours out and someone else is like, hang on. Joe Blow put one out and he left from exactly the same freaking spot. You weren't not there. Oh, was it this year? Oh, maybe it was last year's footage I was using. Whoops. But you didn't have a license last year. God, there's probably, there's got to be people out there that just totally fake and get caught out. I feel sorry for people like that. I've known, same as everybody knows those people that really, really talk a story up, you know, and it's to the point where it's just obviously bullshit, you know. And I feel sorry for people like that because, yeah, I don't know why they do it, but, you know, clearly it's to get attention. This guy used to have come to the petrol station. He was telling us one night that the police hooked him up with a satellite so he could look at his car and at any time. It's stored in the garage down Phillip Island. This is pre-internet. I mean, no one gets satellite dedication like that unless you get a few million bucks in the bank.
Or they're already tracking you and you're just...
Still, this guy was too small. Driving around a shitbox. Yeah, fair enough. The car he's talking about was a SLR 5000, original one, in his parents' garage. But you can't just go and log into a satellite, not even now. You know?
Or he's just a massive criminal and they're just spying on him and he just logs into the satellite and watches.
Nah, he was just a massive. He was just a massive bullshit artist because there are lots of stories apart from that one. Another time when he was driving buses and he was going on the on-ramp on a freeway, which is like a turnaround, a full circle type thing. And he's in a bus, mind you, and it was pissing down with rain, and apparently the bus started drifting, so he just put the foot into it and kept it, you know, hanging out sideways with the accelerator and that sort of thing. And while he's saying this, all I'm thinking is diesels do not rev like that. They do not make the wheels spin. Not your old style buses anyway. So this guy was just, you just twist the story. I'm pulling a Road King to bits in a week. A mate of mine's getting some, what do you call it, hydro dipping?
With wheel paint?
No, is that what it's called? It's hydro dipping or hydro...
With paint?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, oil paint. Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
he's getting some of that done. He's typical Harley. He's getting a whole lot of skulls. I've never, ever, ever in my whole life been a lemming. You know, if everybody else is doing something, I don't want to do it because everybody else is doing it. When it comes to the Harleys and the skulls, it's like, fucking hell, do something original for fuck's sake. Just another skull, yay.
Well, as far as I know, I was first to get the new MG9. So if anyone else gets one, they copied me.
Fuckers. Well, as far as I was concerned, I was the first one. Well, they were 15-inch, but I was the first one to put chromed 5-spoke mags on a Commodore. Hoorah.
Yeah.
But that's, you know...
At the time and didn't realise that everyone else had it already.
No. This is actually early days of people doing it. Excuse me.
Are you smoking?
I am a smoker. That's why I'm coughing.
But are you smoking? Because it sounded like you were puffing something.
Hey, I have got a cigarette handy, so I've also got one of those e-cigarettes too. Apple. Shit, you don't get that kick in the throat. Like, do you smoke cigarettes?
No.
Sounds like no. Okay, yeah. Obviously, you know, when you have a drawback of a proper tar nicotine cigarette, you're going to cough your guts up because there's that kick in the back of your throat. But with these e-cigarettes, there's nothing. It's just like breathing in fresh air. You know, it's not even a chemical burn or anything. So and I have spoken to someone else, and that's what he misses too. Just that you know, you've drawn something back. So I don't know. It's an apple. Girlfriend doesn't like it. You going to review any bikes soon?
Hey?
Anymore? You going to be reviewing any bikes soon?
Well, technically I do have 3 videos of test rides that I haven't edited.
Ah.
2 of them ended up with no audio.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, voiceover.
Yeah, something like that.
Actually, I haven't done it yet. I haven't done it yet, but there's a video that, yeah, the audio didn't work out too well, or I may not have said the right words that I was trying to convey or something. But I know I've got to do a video with voiceover, but I'm going to go for a ride and do the voiceover and talk about the videos. So at least it's not studio recording type voice. It's out there. But that's. I mean, I'll do studio recording, but I won't do a lot of it. You know, I'd rather do it on the bike, even in the garage. You know, I think, I don't know, studio recording is a bit of a cop out. You know, you forgot to put something in there, you can't be bothered, so you just go and record it while you're editing.
Oh, I had absolutely zero audio.
Like nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Shit. Or at least if you don't plug it in, the camera mic, you know, might pick up something.
Yeah, nothing. For some reason, I was having this issue, or still happens occasionally, is I start recording and then I plug in the power bank and then it cuts the audio.
Yeah,
So
okay.
whether it's overpowering it occasionally, like
with what was I doing? I was doing something, and I've plugged the camera in, but when it senses, I don't know if this was with all cameras, but I know a lot of devices will do it. They'll detect when it's charging, like a mobile phone will, and then it'll tell you, you know, how much charging is charging. But the cameras, some of them I've noticed when you plug it in, it actually restarts it. So maybe, you know, that's obviously your issue, is that signal detection, and it's fucking with the recording. So just make a point of, you know, procedure is start recording after all that's in.
And it's random as, like, one worked out, one didn't work out, one worked out, one didn't work out.
Oh, okay. Because I get a random. You got a drift, yeah?
GoPro 5.
GoPro. Oh, that's your problem, yeah. No, look, I don't know much about GoPros. But the drift, I think other people have said when they do put their power in, they've got to, you know, it turns it off or something, or restarts it or something like that. But sometimes when I start recording, a couple of seconds after, it'll just stop recording. And I was using a card a while ago that was not class 10, and it would stop recording all the time. And I did catch it once on the screen. It said the card wasn't fast enough, which makes sense. But I've got a class 10 card, and it's still doing the same thing occasionally, only very rarely.
Yeah.
How old's your GoPro?
It's the 5 bought in December.
Yeah, latest. Shouldn't be doing anything.
Now I've updated the firmware because I thought might as well.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And now the reason I plugged the power in before, after I turned it on, is because the quick start wouldn't work if the power's plugged in, because it's essentially charging, and I pressed the power button to turn it on and record in one button. Wouldn't work when the power's on, when the power's plugged into it.
Yeah, okay.
So I had to do that and then plug the power in. It worked plenty of times, and then just randomly didn't work, unfortunately, on my test rides. Now I've updated it. Now in this firmware, and it's 2 firmwares up, but in both of those anyway, the quick start doesn't record audio, external audio, when you use quick start. So basically I think this will solve my problem now, though, by not using quick start. So I'll be able to have the power in, turn it on, press record. Yeah. So the audio should work, and, you know, there's no sudden power surge.
Yeah.
So it probably solves my issue, but it's just another button I have to press now.
Yeah. No, well.
So I'll probably have to do test. I'll go ride and stop and unplug, plug back in,
Yeah,
restart, just
muck about
several
with it.
times and see if it stuffs up with one of them.
I don't have one of those external batteries, and I actually don't think I'd get one personally.
Yeah,
I've
well,
got three.
I got the Hero 5 intentionally to have run permanent power so I can record for a long time.
Okay. No, I mean you get a good 3.5 hours out of the drift.
Yeah, I'm into
And
the 4s
well, I bought
with
another two.
power pack.
Yeah, but I bought another two batteries, and you know, I mean, I haven't got it on my bike at the moment, but if I was going to go on a long trip, I've got like 3 or 4 bloody cigarette lighter plugs sitting in my electrical box that I'll just wire in somewhere and just hook up some power to charge those other batteries that I have spare. And that's how I'd do it. I'd just swap the batteries over every 3 or 4 hours because you're going to have to do the card anyway. Battery backup will give you, shitloads of
Yeah,
power, but your card's not enough.
my card's going for 4 hours and 40 minutes ish.
Oh, wow.
This is a 128. I'm recording 2.7 60 frames.
Okay. Yeah, mine's, what have I got mine on? I think I've got mine 720 at the moment, just so I can run to 60 frames. But it's not, 1080p 60 frame type thing. It's nothing like that. It's no 4K or anything.
I think the internal battery would last an hour and 40.
In the GoPro?
Hour and 40 in the 5, yeah. For 2.7K, for 1080, it's actually lasting a lot longer now on the 5s.
Okay. I mean, batteries are getting better, but the problem with some electronics, even though batteries are getting slightly better, and I will say slightly, they're making them more demanding in power. Like even your phones, so much more power demand, and yet it's the same battery as it was the year before, sort of thing. So I look. I'm a fan of bulletproof. I'm a fan of a Model T Ford because you can run half a dozen different types of fuel in it, type thing. That sort of mentality. Not that I'm going to go out and stick an old tried and tested, camera that's 2 foot long and 12 inches high or whatever. But if I was to get a new camera, I wouldn't get the whiz bang brand new one. I'd get a couple of year old one. As far as I wouldn't get 4K or anything like that. Purely because I don't know. It's like it's living on the edge almost. It's on this fine line of working or screwing up somehow.
Yeah, well, it is. Got to figure it out.
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't know, but I've always been that way. I sort of, if some new widget comes out, then everyone else will go buy it, and I'll wait till it gets cheaper. I did that with an Xbox. They first came out, they were like $700, $800, and stupid price. When I finally got one, it was like, I think $400 on special or something. It was like 2 years after it came out. I don't know. I laugh at those people that just go out and buy the shit brand new and it's stupid price.
I don't go down much, some things.
Yeah, I know. But the attitude, or let's say iPhone, right? The attitude of a person going and getting the iPhone and they camped out the night before because it was released the next day and they've paid like $2,000 for this phone that they drop out the front. Now, that exact same person, do they run to the petrol station when the price is high or the price is low?
I don't know.
No, they run it when it's low, and when it's high, they complain. But because the iPhone is marketed the right way, it doesn't matter how much you pay because, oh my God, I've got an iPhone. So it's sometimes it's just the marketing behind it. Ducati. I mean, they're shit bikes in my opinion. Yeah, they've got a lot of development behind them, but most people that own them are wankers. Harley, They're freaking old technology. Most people are wankers that own them. Yeah, that sort of thing. So it's that bulletproof side of things that I prefer. Tried and tested. Something that's going to last. Well, Sink the Planet. I was going to go camping. Been invited out to Rubicon Valley. So I was going to do a dirt vlog. But what I'm thinking now is I'm going to go out dirt riding anyway, but I'll go out there in the morning, come back, dump the trolley in the garage, shit, shower and shave, jump on the road bike, go for the night ride. That's going to be
myself.
No, well, I'll be meeting up with Mr. Comby, but it all depends on weather. If it's raining, I've said to him that, look, it's up to him, but I'll just ride around my area and he can ride around his area, sort of thing, if there's no one else organised. If it's a better night, then I'll come to him, because city-bound, most people will want to ride around the city. So it just depends on weather, but that's the plan so far, is go trubut riding in the morning and or day, and then go road riding at night.
I reckon there's bigger rides in America than there is on this Sink the Planet.
Oh, fuck yeah. I mean, look at the time of year it is in America. It's summer. I mean, put another 10 or, I'm not gloating or anything, but put another 10 or 20 years of you hearing stories of your mates like, yeah, I'll come for a ride. And on the day, there's a cloud out there and he's like, oh, it's too cold, or it's too wet, or it might rain, or ugh. People, a lot of riders out there really are wusses, including me. I mean, I've done my couple of years or few years, every day in the rain sort of thing, or weather, I should say. But I don't have to anymore. So, yeah. So I reckon Australia's sort of, behind because of that, because of the weather. It's cold to start with. I know a guy down the road, he, not a problem. He's had his bike license and his bike for a few years now. He's finally just paid the reg on it again. And I said to him the other day, you come for a ride? He says, no, it's too cold. He won't be riding until summer. I don't know why he fucking paid the reg. But anyway.
Right. So I'm just looking at my video I've just finished rendering. And some of the clips. For some reason, some of the clips are not centered on the screen. That's weird. So and now
What program are you using?
What? Oh,
what
Powder.
Powder.
So now I'm just going to look at the...
Oh, Cyberlink?
Yeah, 15.
15, yeah, right, 14.
So I'm just looking at the edit.
Mm.
For some reason, I've actually moved the images to the side. So that's annoying.
Do you occasionally, does yours fuck up occasionally, your program? Like when you're editing and you're on your storyboard and you're cutting and playing and moving around, that sort of shit, do you sometimes lose audio on a section?
Not while editing.
Oh, I mean, I'm convinced that it's because my computer is slow or too many hard drives.
What do you mean by lose? Like it's still there if you play it?
No, that's the thing. It's there on the clip. I haven't touched anything. I haven't cut anything, but there might be a section because there was another clip on the lower line, right, that I might have moved or something. And the space of that clip underneath it is the space of where the audio might be lost. It sometimes screws up in different ways. And the only thing I can put it down to is like maybe it's doing its autosave and it glitches out somewhere because the computer and the program and all that sort of saving and all that sort of thing can't all work at the same time. That's what I'm guessing. But there's just little things like that that occasionally stuff up the Cyberlink.
Shouldn't do that.
Yeah, I know it shouldn't.
Save and restart. Or
Well, I usually just close it, don't save, or I might save, and sometimes if I restart, it might actually be there. Like it won't be blank anymore; it'll be there. Yesterday, even though I reopened, it was still blank. So, but since then, I've put that video out, so I fixed it. I think I ended up cutting the whole frame out anyway. Yeah, it's just annoying. But I've, like I say, I'm partially putting blame on the computer. Maybe it's set up wrong. So I've got 2 internal hard drives and 3 externals. So, talking between everything might be lagging out.
So what I seem to have done here is I must have accidentally dragged the image slightly to move it. And now I'm having to go back through and drag every cut.
Oh, no.
Back to the center.
May not have been you, though.
Well, it's in the editing. It's not a production fault.
Yeah, but it could have screwed up from a glitch.
Oh yeah, from saving it and reloading it.
Yeah, I mean moving. When you do your cuts and you do your fade in, fade out, and then you may go and put another fade in, fade out somewhere else, and it stuffs up some of the others. Have you ever had that? Like instead of fading out, it'll fade in. It like screws up with the fading side of things. Have you ever had that?
I've had some issues with an image.
An image? What do you mean?
Like, say, a small image on the screen.
Mm.
Like an Instagram logo or something. For my outro, I had issues of it wanted to fade in and out, and I didn't want it to.
The opposite ways.
It wanted to fade in and fade out, and I didn't want it. I wanted to just be there.
Oh, okay.
And I kept getting rid of the fade, getting rid of the fade, getting rid of the fade, and click save, and just had to keep doing it. And click save, click save. Didn't want to do it, so I ended up deleting it and starting it again, and
I would have
managed to get it to work.
So it was a section of video, was it? It was a little short snippet of video, or was it an image?
A text thing, but you can add a picture.
Oh, so it was a text from like left column, press on the T and bring up your text dialog box and put in what you want, blah, 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 yeah?
Yeah, but you can edit the... Yeah, in editing the text, you can add like all different text and insert a picture. And the picture just wanted to fade in at the start and fade out at the end, but I didn't want it to do that. And it wouldn't let me get rid of it.
Well, down...
but I worked it out eventually.
Yeah, well, you've got fade in, fade out on your text that you can change the rate dragging. You can change the style of the fade in, fade out, like, with it, what it does. You can do all that in that window when you're doing your text. That same window. So I'm just, like sometimes on that text, I don't want it to fade in or out. So I'll just drag those little slider to zero.
All to zero, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, like, was it that? Or
no, it's still faded in even on zero.
That's weird. Because I should have fixed it.
But like for a second.
Or you click on
drag
effect.
it to a second or something.
You click on effect, top left corner of that box, and you can click on no effect.
Yeah, and I would have been like unticking effects.
Okay, but it sounds. I mean, you dragged that slider anyway, so that should have done the same thing as no effect. So that's just.
But
weird.
I've fixed it now.
Yeah.
If I look at it now, yeah, it's got no fade. Fade's not ticked, which is good.
Yeah, okay. That's weird. But like anything, like games, you know, you've got your little bugs, your glitches. Programs do the same thing.
And there'll be a 16 version in September.
Yeah,
Seems to be September when they release the new version.
yeah. Well, I might maybe get that in 6 months after they
So when
release
I
it.
got 15, and since I'm running recording in 2.7K, it's probably only a 2.7K issue here. What the program wanted to produce it in was, I'll just look it up. It only has 2704 by 1524, and the GoPro is 1520.
Huh.
So if I produce the GoPro footage in 1524, it becomes like a squashed. Doesn't even render properly. Like you can't possibly watch it because it's just like an inch tall and squashed. I don't know why, but so I had to figure it out. You go into the file or whatever and change the four to a 0, so that it's the same size as the GoPro 2.7K.
Yeah, that's weird.
So hopefully they fix that in the next one, but maybe not. But because I'm doing a custom resolution, essentially, I can't use all this hardware video encoder or I can't use these fast rendering technologies.
I don't know. But I do know that when I brought 14, 15 was out, but they're advertising 14 as far. I got it up to 75% off. I don't buy things full price. No, well, might have been last September, a little bit
That's
more
when I
than
got
that.
15 and just came out.
Yeah, well, I got 14 close to when 15 was coming out. I like buying last
if you
year's
wait till
model
about
because,
now, they had like 70% off.
Yeah, but I don't need to swap over. You know. For what I do, which is chop up video and put fades and so on, the only reason I updated is because I wanted more graphics and that sort of thing, you know, more fonts and so on.
I definitely want to upgrade this coming year, but I'll have to anyway because I actually went with subscription for $100. So the subscription will end just after 16 comes out. So I'll get 16 and then I'm like, you can't use this anymore. You subscribe. That's all right. But anyway, the reason I want to upgrade is because my computer's that powerful. It's not letting me use all the power with the current program. You know, each year it'll update better and be able to use my power.
Yeah, well, that's different. If the program's slower than the computer, that's different.
Yeah, well, as I'm saying, it's not even letting me use the hardware video encoder because of the resolution's wrong.
Yeah, well, my hardware's slower than the programs, so I mean it's probably minimum specs, you know. So it's not utilizing it as much as it should. But that's fine.
So now I got to re-render this video because it was offside.
Oh, because of that bit, yeah. Yeah, but every now and then you got to do that. There's quite a few videos out there.
My rendering is taking an hour.
Oh,
that's
why?
Annoying. Because I'm changing the color sharpness, whatever, saturation sharpness slightly. And for the darker shots, it's obviously a bit of, taking out the graininess slightly.
I try not to play with anything. I just sort of
Well, I
import the
like to now
video,
because
put it on storyline. The most I'll do is the shit. What's it called? It's like a filter for the sky. No. I can't remember what it's called, but it just blues up the sky a little bit. You know, just
saturation.
yeah, it's just the top of the screen. That's all it does. But that's the rare thing I will do. Which the last video I put out, I actually, I don't think I did it for the whole video. I put it on its own line instead of inserting it into the video itself. Or drag and drop in on the video. I put it underneath it. And I do remember I dragged that slider, like shrunk it down so I could move a whole lot of clips. And I don't think I increased that the size of the saturation thing after that. Yeah, but that's the most I'll do. I don't want to fuck with it that much. You can play with video, and some of the Cyberlink automatic adjustment bits they really make it worse, in my opinion.
Well, the thing I was finding is if I don't change the saturation or whatever, the picture that is produced, say at a night footage, for example, is darker than the original footage.
Oh wow!
So I want to add a bit of brightness for this night footage and make it nicer than it was instead of worse than it was.
Yeah, it's fair enough. It's a shame you can't get like the old cameras with the night vision, and it was green. It probably still is, but anyway, they need almost a half night vision.
What?
It's your old cameras, how you slide it over to the green night vision, with little red infrared light that'd pop out the front. You almost need color, but with a little bit of infrared influence, just to highlight those darker areas. I don't know, just something I thought of.
Well, you just add a bit of brightness to the footage.
Oh no, I was thinking camera to start with. Night mode is like, there's a full night mode or a half night mode type thing. Because you set up night mode, then you go through bloody bright intersection and it overcorrects.
Yeah. It's not super bright. You don't notice it.
Yeah. Well, the drift, mind you, I think from what I've seen on videos, I think the GoPro night vision or night mode is better than the drift night mode. I think there might be a little bit more clarity to the GoPro, but from what I've seen on videos, I can't point out as far as, what generation GoPro it was or what resolution they were using or whatever. It's just, from what I've seen, night ones with what look like normal mode compared to the drift in normal mode, it's just sharper. I think the drift is a little bit more grainy. You get those blue specks in the black. Sort of a video noise. But, nighttime filming is a bitch. Doesn't matter how expensive your camera is.
I turned on auto low light recently.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a feature in drift. Mind you, that's one thing with me in cameras. I go and get a camera. It doesn't matter. It can have the bells and whistles that money cannot buy. But I won't use it if it's, because I'll pick up a camera and I'll press record or I'll press take a photo. That's all I do. I don't sit there and play with the whole shutter speed and all that sort of crud. I just want to take the fucking photo. A friend of mine gets into all that, but I just, take the photo.
Yeah, of course. I'm not interested in crazy photos.
Yeah. You can spend a lot of time on just setting it up. And when you do that with video, I'd rather those thing on automatic because I don't want to spend the time piss farting around, because obviously I've got a video camera because I like to do and keep on doing. You know, I don't want to sit there and be sidetracked by capturing it. You know, whereas the video compared to stills, you stick it on your helmet and you leave it, press record and just walk away. Basically, you don't have to worry about it, and that's what I don't want to have to worry about with.
That's why I turned auto low light on.
Yeah, like I say, I don't think Drift has it. We've got a low light mode, but I don't think it's as good
Auto.
as GoPro. Yeah, and it's definitely, I don't think it's auto.
All it does is records in half the frame rate.
Okay.
So I'm recording in 60, and in a dark condition, it'll actually only record 30 of the frames, but it will still, the file's still 60 frames. But every second frame is the same as the one before it.
Huh.
But looked way better than without the auto low light.
I think the Drift Ghost S has auto light mode. I'm just googling it now, and a couple of hits that suggest that.
But I haven't had an issue where going under some trees or whatever in the daytime where it'll change. So it's okay.
Okay. There's one here talks about the firmware upgrade, but I've got that. That's not fucking.
Well, another hour and 20 of rendering. Should be
See,
right this time.
Mine don't take that long.
Yeah, it's because of changing the colours and yeah, basically the colours. If I didn't do the colours, it'll be 20 minutes max.
Okay.
But yeah, this is what, a 2.3 gig file in the end result. So
Yeah, that is quite big.
yeah.
I mean, mine can take a while, but I don't think I'll put up a 2 gig for a long time, if not yet. I mean, you're talking 20-minute videos there, aren't you? 20 plus?
This is 5 minutes 40.
What?
This is 2.7K 60 frames.
See, why do that? You go, yeah, let's do 4K, man. It's been fucking a week uploading, but yeah, let's 4K.
No,
yeah.
I'd only spend, I think it's 10 minutes per gig.
Wow, that's actually a quicker upload than me.
Yeah,
Well, it sounds like I get the quick rendering and you get the quick uploading.
yeah, so it's one or the other.
Yeah. Oh.
Hoping for some change in September with a new version.
Drift Ghost 4K. Interesting. Oh, it's got a fold out screen.
Yeah, as soon as I start uploading it, I have to then create the thumbnail, and half the time it's uploaded before I finish thumbnail.
Drift have changed the plug spots. Idiots.
I've also noticed if I go over my data limit on the internet, the upload speed doesn't slow down, only the download.
That's different.
Yeah, so if I actually produce videos, I'd be able to continue producing videos.
Oh, I wish. I'm just looking
Or
at
I
the
could
spec.
stream stuff, games or whatever.
So I'm looking at the specs online, right, for the 4K Ghost. Now, the SD card capacity, 8 gig up to 128 gig. Now, the 128 gig on 4K is 5 hours, 52 minutes. But I'd be running at 1080p or 720p purely because I'm getting 9 or 11 hours.
You would get, yeah, my camera gets 9 hours
Yeah.
on 1080. And I'm like, nah, I'll just run 2.7 and get, an extra hour of what I was used to anyway. So,
Yeah, that's it.
like, why not
That's
go
not bad.
2.7K? That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, why go 4 all the time? Module removing. What the hell? What's the module?
But it does look better on YouTube with a higher, like a 4K looks better. 1080p of a 4K file looks better on YouTube than just a 1080p file.
Yeah. The problem with all of us, doesn't matter what camera you have, you're going upload it to YouTube, and they're freaking. By the time it gets up there, you've lost quality already. So if you don't have the best whiz bang, 4K or whatever footage to start with, in the end, it's going to be like 400 or 500p. It's shit.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's not that great. I don't know why that is. I honestly don't know.
Oh,
It's got to be the streaming
Right.
reasons.
no. If someone watched my video in 2.7K, they're not downloading 2 gig.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's a good point. I always ignore that side of YouTube. I'm just watching it, but I'm not thinking as far as, all right, I might
How
be
big is
watching.
this file?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, yeah, I'm watching it live, but how fast is it coming across? They've got to sacrifice that speed and the smoothness of flow, and you don't want to bloody go and, oh yeah, I'll watch this video. Then you hit pause, go and make coffee, dinner, go out for a walk, do the shopping, come back, and you've loaded up the first 5 minutes of the 30-minute video, or buffered it. So yeah, it's yeah. But I just wish they'd knock everybody else's quality down, leave mine up, and that way it'll all balance out.
Yeah, right. How come all the movie channels get the good quality?
Bastards. Not the movie channels I watch. Not that they're actually legitimately movie channels.
Oh, you mean?
I'm talking Putlocker or something, Some Indian has walked into a movie studio with a jacket and a camera. A jacket on a hot day and a camera. I watched Spider-Man last night. Wasn't a bad movie. The quality wasn't too bad. Just annoyed me the three times in the movie when someone got up and walked in front of the camera across the screen. Like the shadow
I've
of
seen
it.
that recently.
Yeah.
I just downloaded Dunkirk.
Yeah.
It's a cam, but I haven't watched it. Might be someone walking across.
Yeah, it's see, I don't download them. I stream them.
Yeah, well, I go to the stream website and then click download.
Yeah, I just go to the stream website and stream it. I mean, yeah, it might buff for a little bit, and it's a good opportunity to make a cuppa or something. But I've always, the only reason, and I know it makes no difference whatsoever, but the only reason that I'd stream rather than download, well, actually 2 reasons. A, it's not on my computer. Let's say they knock on your door and we want to check your computer for illegal downloads. Well, it's not there. But the second thing, no, I never downloaded, did I? I only streamed.
Well, I don't
Like I
think
say, it makes no difference. You watch it legal.
Matter.
I know, it doesn't matter.
They don't care if it's on your computer.
Piracy is piracy. What streaming or downloading, it doesn't matter. But I've just not downloaded for that one reason, just so I can say I never downloaded, I streamed. Pretty sure they've amended the law to include streaming in with the downloading of pirate stuff illegal.
I've been watching all these shows.
What shows?
I don't know, Netflix shows. Been streaming some Netflix shows from the sites.
Oh, okay. I just sort of
They've
jump
come
on
up on the download.
I get on like featured movies or whatever and scroll through, and I try not to watch a movie that's just come out, especially on the on Putlocker or whatever, because you know it's going to be a cam, you know it's shitty quality and audio's crap, and I'd almost rather go in 2 or 3 or 4 pages to the new release that was 2 or 3 pages ago that now is a DVD rip. You know?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, it depends on the movie though. Because like Spider-Man, there was a lot of dark scenes in that, so the low quality
Yeah.
didn't suit it.
I did watch that in low quality.
Yeah, so did I, and I'm sitting there, and there's stuff happening in
can't
this
see anything.
darkness, and I'm sitting there, and I'm leaning towards the computer, squinting more, and I'm like, that's not doing anything.
Yeah.
But you got to try.
Yeah, well, I was actually watching on my phone.
Oh no,
I could have
no.
technically turned the brightness up, but I didn't think of it at the time.
I don't bother watching stuff on my phone. I
Well, I
mean,
downloaded it and then I transferred it to my phone.
yeah, but unless my phone magically appears with a 30+ inch screen on it, I'm not going to watch it on the phone.
Doesn't matter. I intentionally downloaded the 240p and everything. Okay, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Same immersion in the video. Especially on the phone anyway. 240p looks fine.
Well, yeah, actually, the bigger the screen, the worse the quality, the worse it'll get. You're only seeing bigger pixels. Sorry, I got a chocolate in my mouth. You're seeing bigger pixels.
It's only if there's something you have to read in the video that you don't know, you can't read it because it's 240p.
Yeah. I need a big screen for sci-fi movies, though. Like full impact movies, I can't do that on a small screen.
Well, I haven't watched Dunkirk yet, but I was almost tempted to go to the cinema.
Yeah?
Have you seen the trailers?
I've heard about it, actually. Operation Dunkirk. No, it's Dunkirk. What quality have we got? One of them, Google Drive. We're sorry, you can't access this item because of its violation of our terms of service. Gee, really? Yeah, quality's
Yeah, on the
bit poor. Yeah, might leave that
But-
one for a while.
Yeah, but it would be good to watch that one in good quality.
Yeah, well, it's probably going to be like that Pearl Harbor movie they remade. You know how it's just full on epic cinema, crashing and bashing, and yeah, you'd need good quality and all that sort of thing. And some of them, oh my fucking god, I don't know what they're dreaming, but it's the audio and the video are not synced up. Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah, it happens. If you watch it on,
annoying.
I can change the delay on my video program.
Oh, that could be the difference with download. Could be.
So I could have resynced it one time when I was watching because it was annoying.
Yeah. There's been a few movies. I try, like, you know how you look at people's mouths when they're talking. I have to drag my eyes off the fucking person's mouth in that type of movie when it's got that lag. You know, I have to ignore their mouth on purpose and look at their eyes just because I don't want it to fuck with me. You know? I know their mouth's saying one thing, but the words that are coming out of the speakers are different. It reminds me of a Chinese kung fu movie. Nothing racist there. It's just the old, English dubbing over the top type thing. what's the latest movies added? It stains the sands red.
What streaming websites are you looking at?
Portlocker. Portlocker.ac/new. Well, news, probably just the new movies. Every now, well, you know them. Every now and then they'll get closed down. Then it'll be a dot something else. Worms. What's a movie I can watch? Give me a suggestion.
I'll just check. You seen Life?
I think I have, but someone mentioned it the other day and I couldn't picture it, so I might have to watch it again. Oh, okay. You type in life and it brings up Two Broke Girls, Bugs Life, Adults Life Skills, Club Life. I just want life.
Yeah, Life.
Game of Thrones for some reason. Grey's Anatomy. Oh, here it is. It's there. Life, yeah. But it's brought up, life after death. Fair enough. Life's a breeze. Fair enough. But why Grey's Anatomy? Why Game of Thrones? Duck Dynasty? I mean, what the fucking... Where have they got life in that word? Anyway. I suppose it's an illegal downloading site. They don't give a shit about grammar. Yeah, I think I might have seen that one recently. That was very much like Alien, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about the ending then? The wrong pod went to the wrong place.
Yeah, I might have to watch it again. Oh no, that was there were the seed pods, weren't they? Like everyone had pods and they were all going to different points of the galaxy because Earth was fucked and No? Didn't they have like
No, Life was about the alien thing that they got. They're on the space station and
yeah, I might watch it again.
yeah.
No, I watch a lot of movies and documentaries and all that sort of thing, and sometimes they all, or not all, but some of them blend into others, especially when they're similar.
Well, surely you've got like a picture there showing you what it is, and you like the characters or something.
No, the only picture it had was a picture of a petri dish.
Maybe it's the wrong movie you're looking at.
No, it's Life. It's the alien one. 6 astronauts aboard space station study a sample collected from Mars. It could provide evidence for extraterrestrial life on the red planet. The crew determines that the sample contains a large single-celled organism, the first example of life beyond Earth. But things aren't always what they seem. Boom, boom, boom.
That's what happens.
Yes.
They start with the man catching the sample ship with the massive arm or whatever.
Yeah, I'll watch it again. Don't tell me anymore.
What about Arrival? You seen Arrival?
Yeah, I have actually.
With the zero gravity chamber.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah. In the spaceship.
Yeah, in the pod.
They went up in that the scissor lift, and then they got to a spot where it was like, zero gravity or something.
And then it's like all in their mind at the end or something.
Yeah, it was something like that. It was a total twist. No, weren't we not worthy or something?
Well, they're basically just telling you that time isn't well, in the movie.
Yeah.
That time isn't lateral, not one direction.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
so then the lady found a way to access future time to affect the present.
I like time.
So she was
Really?
having a conversation in the future to get answers for something she needed in the present. That's what ended up happening.
Oh, shit. Damn. Shit. Damn it.
Oh, I see what you're doing here.
What?
So Vodlocker, that's what you're saying?
No. Put locker. Vodlocker's another one.
What? PUT?
Yeah, PUTLOCK. .AC, I think it was. Yeah, .AC. I think some of them do copy each other though. 123 Movies is a couple of different versions. Putlocker, there's been a few different versions. Like the page itself is different. I don't know if it's the same people, different domain, but I don't know. Could also be, others copying each other.
Yeah, okay. It works okay this site then.
Yeah, I don't mind it. It doesn't complain to me about what's that cookie advertising thing I've got, ad blocker or whatever it's called. Some of them you go to run the movie and then it'll stop and it'll say, well, this person doesn't like streaming with people that are running ad blocker. Turn it off and come back. In other words, we want to fill your computer up with cookies.
Yay, cookies.
Yeah. I only like them in cups of tea, no other form. Well, I might piss off because my jaw is starting to hurt. I've got wisdom teeth issues. Last couple of weeks I've been on bloody 400 milligram Nurofen, which is I got to get them pulled out. There's a wisdom there that's.
Aren't they all through already?
Hey, yeah, but one of them. In the X-ray it looks like it's grown out the side, but feeling with my tongue it feels like it's growing normal. So, but I do have pain in that jaw, in that spot where that one in the X-ray is growing weird. So,
I had pain at some point, and then I left it.
Yeah, well, no. That's what I've done. I'm big on procrastination, and especially with wisdoms, you might get pain, and you'll run off to the dentist, and half the time he'll say, "Well, they're growing through." It's just what's happening. Deal with it, and that's what I've let happen. But the one that's been affected is also I'm a teeth grinder. So I think that's my partial issue as well. Is I've ground down some of the enamel on one or two of the wisdoms. So yeah, that's not helping. But I haven't been the best as far as my teeth. Last time I went to the dentist was like a few years ago. I should be living in England. I should be living in England, put it that way.
I was thinking if maybe I'll get private health cover this year.
How old are you?
Since I'm 30 now.
Oh, you are 30. Okay. Well, decide. I won't be pressured into that sort of bullshit. Our Medicare system works fine, thank you very much. It's just the government allows doctors to fuck it over. the system works. I mean, what do you think Obamacare is? You know, it's Medicare. It's the same model.
Oh, but say, for example, I wanted to go to the dentist.
That's different with Medicare. See, I reckon with Medicare, they should do emergency dental work covered, right? Because think of the times. Well, think of the times when your wisdoms were coming through. The pain that you're enduring is in your head, right? Now, let's say you have a pain in your arm. Oh well, use your other arm. You know, when that pain's in your head, it affects every single part of your life: work, sleep, play, everything. Now, Medicare is supposed to keep our citizens, you know, on a level. You know, they're of not perfect health, but you know, we're on good health because we've got free cover for the basic things. But when it comes to dentist, which renders you freaking, I mean, last week there's a couple of nights I'm walking around the house because walking kind of helped. My lymph nodes are up and pains shooting up behind my ear, through my jaw, down my neck, into my bloody collarbone. You know, it's that much fucking pain. A couple of nights last week, I'm walking around the house and I actually teared up. You know, I've got a pretty bloody good tolerance for pain, but when it comes to teeth, it can make the biggest person cry. So that's why I think for some things dental, they should be covered under Medicare. But I'm only probably talking about emergency stuff. You know, like you've got a massive festering tooth that needs pulling out or something, you know, and you can't afford it because you're not on private health and, you know, you're not on a healthcare card, so you can't get the government to do it.
Yeah, well, however many years ago, I went into the dentist and ended up going another 4 times or whatever and spent $1,600 in fillings or something.
I know. I don't like going to the dentist because of the cost. There's always something that needs doing at a dentist. That's why I don't go.
I probably could go now and get tons of stuff done. So
Oh yeah. Well, I've walked.
You know, if I'm getting health cover, I might as well.
That's
get
about
health
the
cover
only
first.
time that it's worth it. That's if you're on a see the new millionaire of the new age is not self-employed. The new millionaire is a salary earner. You know, I mean, a mate of mine, he did university like 3 times, and then finally the 4th time he actually finished a course, and now he's an electronics engineer. His first year out of uni, he was earning in excess of $70,000. Now he's over 100 grand. He'd be stupid not to be on private health because you can sit down and go, all right, I've got X amount of dollars per year guaranteed. X amount goes on that. X amount goes on that. You know, you do your little budget thing. But when you're self-employed, you don't know what the fucking money is. You don't know how much money you're going to earn each week because you don't know if someone's going to pay their bill. That's the hard bit of private health cover. But when you're in a paid job, it's a little bit different with the health cover. But bearing in mind, when you're at work, you're covered under work cover. When you're in your car, you're covered under TAC. When you're at home, okay, that's your private health cover. So have a look at those different. Like if I have an accident, I found this little loophole. If you have a heart attack in your house, in your bed, right, get someone to carry you out to the road, then ring up the ambulance and tell them you had a heart attack on the road. TAC will cover the ambulance cover.
You mean in the car?
No. Any injury whatsoever on a Victorian road, I don't know about Australia, but a Victorian road, TAC will cover it. So if you don't have ammo cover and you hit your finger with a hammer and, you know, putting up the shed, go out to the road.
Everyone should have a ammo cover. This is $75 last time I checked.
Yeah, that's just an example of that. But that's a no-brainer. Ammo cover, especially if you ride a bike. I mean, I admittedly don't at the moment, but that's only because I am living well under my means. But normally, that's a no-brainer. You know, I ride a bike, therefore I have ammo cover. I may not have private health cover, but I have ammo cover. Doesn't matter where I'm in Australia. You know, it's no cost.
See Discord,
Yeah, I saw a full face and
Troy, his buddy over there.
Scarifier.
Lives near him. That's Troy.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to move over there? This should be ends anyway.
Yeah, I might actually get going anyway, because I want to go and have a little bit to eat so I can have some more drugs, and hopefully I'll be able to sleep for a full 8 hours. That's been the biggest issue. I'm on these 400 milligram Nurofen, which were prescribed to my girlfriend for appendix. But the stuff I was taking out was 200 milligrams, and I thought, oh, this will do. I checked with the doctor anyway. He would have prescribed me if I had gone in and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, 3 a day, and they last for 8 hours. Now, 2 hours before they wear off.
For your teeth.
Yeah. 2 hours before they wear off, that's when the pain starts. So then I have one, and then it kicks in about an hour and a half, 2 hours later. So there's that like 2 to 4 hour window where I'm just, it's
Living
there. It's great. You know? So if I get to sleep, I might be able to get 4 hours sleep. Downside of that is lying on my side, it affects the blood going through the lymph nodes, which increases the pain, and then I wake up an hour or two after.
Go to the other side.
No, both sides. I've actually had better sleep sitting in my freaking office chair in front of the computer, just falling asleep to a movie.
Oh.
You know, upright. I've sat in the bed. It doesn't work the same way, but sitting in my bloody office chair, I've had a good sleep. Fortunately, the girlfriend's off working for a few days, so I'm not being made to feel guilty that I'm sleeping in the office.
Oh, I got to eat on one side of my mouth, because the other side, if I eat over there, food goes down between the teeth and makes a lot of pain.
Yeah, that's what the problem is on the side that I need the tooth extracted. Downside is the other one that I need extracted is on the other side. So I'm not chewing on one side or the other. I'm sort of chewing in not in the middle, but just off to the side a little bit. I tell you what, though, I love porridge. I love 2-minute noodles. I love chunky soups, all that sort of thing. My girlfriend bought one of those blitzing, whatever they are, NutriBullet or whatever it is, 6 months ago. Porridge works fucking brilliantly. Like I'll get the ground porridge anyway, so it's not powder, but it's close. But then after cooking it, I'll put it in her bloody NutriBullet and turn it to liquid. There is no chewing. I'm certainly not going to do that to a steak, but you know, sometimes it's all right.
Are you planning any adventures around Australia or other countries?
Oh, I've got to put my scrap heap one on hold. Yeah, September, October. I was going to go up to Tingha, just up near the Queensland-New South Wales border. I think it was 3,500 return on the trail bike, but I'm just not going to be able to afford it. I've got to do front and rear brakes, like the whole, replace the calipers on front and back, and I still have to finish the roadworthy, which is not much, but then pay the reg. So there's still like $300 or something on that bike alone, and then the trip itself, petrol and accommodation. I was just going to gypsy it on the side of the road, but it's still, potentially up to $1,000. I've got to allow for that.
Always there.
Yeah, so it's unfortunately I did announce it in the video. I had one of my subbies is like, look, let me know if anything I can do to help, because my daughter's got Down syndrome, and that's the charity. And so I've got to feel a bit guilty of not doing it. But, I will never ask anybody for money to do things like that. So if I have to put shit off, I have to put shit off.
Yeah, like food, put that off.
Well, no, I'm talking, like organising a bike trip, and then, okay, I can't afford it, but yet you ask your subbies to pay for it. I'd never do that. Fuck that.
No, of course not.
I try and, for people that do that, like that, there's a person that did respond to that scrapper video that I put out, and he was like, you know, any help I can do, yeah, I'll help out. Now, he's a very low sub count, but has had that patron for a long time. Right? And apparently there's patron only content, and you can fucking give him money, whatever. Anyway, but that sort of shit, I can't see any other vision but a beggar in the streets when it comes to that. And the example that I give as far as what we're doing here is nothing different to a Hollywood actor, right? You do the years of struggle, and then if you're good enough, you get discovered, right? And then you make your success. You don't go and start a fucking YouTube channel and have a shitload of friends on Facebook, so now you've got thousands of people's of subbies, and I'm going to make $1 billion. That doesn't really make a good person in the end, in my opinion. You know, that person will evolve with all its stardom and all that sort of thing thrown in their lap without putting the miles behind it. That person will turn into a wanker or think that they're fucking, you know, God's gift in some way. I mean, look at Mighty Car Mods. You know, they're huge. They are huge, but they worked up to it. Exactly.
They worked up to it, and they've worked up to putting more time into it as well.
Yeah, and they still, till today, they still don't do Patreon.
Well, it hasn't come out for that very long.
But... hang on, I wonder if I'm talking about the right one. It's the two guys in Queensland. Yeah, one beard, one. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, same guys. Yeah, well, they don't. I mean, mind you, I think I think they got picked up. I don't know with pay TV, but I think they've gotten certain sponsorship along the way.
Yeah.
Because some of their trips and that sort of thing, they've certainly got some money behind them now, and they do have cameramen and crew. You know, once it gets the cameraman and crew, you know that there's a little bit of success behind, or you're just a great Pied Piper, and you know the rats are following you. Anyway, that's 6'4". No, sorry, do it with Dan. Oh yeah, Twitter people doing his Twitter stuff. Apparently early. Wasn't him doing everything. But, you know, whatever. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think success should be without effort. Just because of the type of person that, you know, the hard slog breeds.
What success you want, or what are you even talking about? You know, you're talking about YouTube.
Well, no. I'm talking about almost any success. You know, even a sports star. You know, do you want to be discovered tomorrow just because you got a pretty face and you come from a good family and you're very marketable? Or would you rather be the sort of person that has come through the, you know, the bottom right up to the top? You know, and you've got one better story than the other person that could all they can say is, you know, mum and dad help market me, like Justin Bieber. That was a mummy dad push thing.
Well, you could be in one movie and then be known very well.
Yeah, but I still think, actually, I don't know about nowadays. It might be different nowadays.
Depends how good you look and you are.
Yeah. I think nowadays, well, I don't know if it's nowadays, but I think it would come down to your marketability. You know, I mean, Justin Bieber was a very marketable kid. Simple. You know, he had very big pushy parents behind him. But I think success is from, you know, everybody just wanting to see, look, hear, you know, because apparently everybody had to. But that's like Jeep. You know, the Jeep car. One of the, I won't say one of the most successful, but it was a very successful marketing campaign as far as the ads that you know. I bought a Jeep. What colour? You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't
Jeeps
know.
are shit.
That doesn't make me want to buy.
Yeah, I know, but the Jeep itself is not that great a car. It's just good marketing. The only reason Volkswagen sells so many cars, well, and are market leaders, is because they decided that we want to be market leaders. Bang, when they're marketing campaigns. Mind you, it's a car advertising is. They every now and then Australia will slap the advertisers on the wrist. A while ago, the ads were, I think it was Mazda. They had this ad that all the cars were doing like synchronized drifting and all that sort of shit in a field or something. And that ad had to be added to, and on the bottom it was, you know, do not attempt these things, you know, these are in closed conditions, blah blah blah. You've got to watch, apparently car manufacturers have to watch what the cars are doing in the ad, because it can't seem to be doing anything hoonish or anything like that. The four drives can't be doing too much aggressive stuff because they don't want to and are not allowed to give the person the indication that they can just hop in the car and drive anywhere, any condition. You know, there's a whole lot of conditions on car advertising in Australia. I don't know about the world, but over here, you know, you won't see a car manufacturer.
Well, you'd hope so.
Well, for instance, you won't see a Holden HSV being advertised
With massive burnout.
with massive burnout, exactly, because that's a hoon. You know, so, but the car itself, you know, it's got the balls to do it and so on. I mean, that Typhoon ad, you know, no, Typhoon? Yeah, I think it was Ford Typhoon. They had a Typhoon Ute, and it was doing donuts in a desert, and then a tornado started, sort of thing, and that was the Typhoon. Ooh. But that was all highly rendered, highly fucking everything. So it was visually not real life conditions. You know, I love advertising for the sneakiness and what they do and how they do it and all that sort of thing. A lot of psychology, and they're always getting told off for subliminal advertising, which I've done in one of my videos. Basically, well, you know what it's all about. Fraction of a second frame. You visually can't even see it in the motion of the video, but the brain will recognize it. And because it was so fast, your brain, without you knowing, or sometimes with you knowing, is trying to picture that picture. And that's how it ingrains itself in your head, because it makes you work for it. Ugh. I love it. It's good.
Well, better let you go.
Yeah, I was talking about pain. I'm going to go. Bye, all. Ride safe out there if you're listening. If you're listening later, ride safe out there.
No wheelies.
I didn't say that. Just don't make a point of wheeling on your road bike, because the front end's not built for it. I knew a guy that had an RGV 250. He used to love doing the wheelies. The bike itself was an ex-race bike, put back on the road. So it had good power and all that. And he, like I say, he used to love doing wheelies. And then one day he thought, oh, I'm going to sell the bike. And we noticed a couple of cracks on the headstem, but he didn't tell the new owner. Yeah. Don't like that. But anyway, yeah. Road bikes, whatever. Trail bike, mate, wheelie, go for it. Not on the road.
I watched your. That was you chasing the kangaroos?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was you.
That's good fun. I can fully justify chasing kangaroos on a bike. I would go toe to toe with an environmentalist. For starters, 1985, there was a girl at my school was doing a petition at the time to stop some culling. I think it might have been Puckapunyal they were in a cull. But at that time, I remember watching a 60 Minutes thing on kangaroos. And at that time in 1985, there were approximately 55 million kangaroos in Australia. There are only like 15 or 16 million people. So I don't think the kangaroos are going to disappear in a hurry. Second thing, they're on private property. Fuck them. And third thing, have you seen how robust a kangaroo actually is? I mean, their claws, they fight with their claws, yeah? Well, their chest leather is highly prized for boots.
Yeah, you get the motorcycle gear with that leather stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well,
So what
kangaroo...
you're saying that they slide along the road and they're fine?
No, well, if they... No, well, if you've seen a kangaroo on a video image, doco, whatever the hell it might be, it's flying along, it's hopping along, and then it hits a fence, right?
Yeah,
and it
fine.
barrels over and goes to the ground, but it gets back up and keeps them going. You know, they are actually very robust. A friend of mine was driving to work once. He's going over one of these bridges that go over a creek and a bike path and all that, but it's one of these really tall bridges. Well, there's a kangaroo hopping down the road, and it jumped over the railing to, you know, get away from the cars. And he reckons its face went from like normal kangaroo face to, oh my God! It was like 4 stories that it jumped over the railing to fall down. Yeah. So you can imagine the look on the kangaroo's face all of a sudden.
But you can imagine it happening out in the wild off a cliff or something.
Oh, yeah, yeah. They fuck up.
If they're running fast, of course they're going to.
Yeah, yeah, they do fuck up. You know, the thing with the kangaroo is they are very climate triggered. If it's all good and there's plenty of food and there's plenty of rain and that sort of thing, a kangaroo can, it's got a joey in its pouch, it can have an embryo in suspended animation in its womb until the joey leaves. When the joey leaves, it'll trigger that suspended animation to actually animate and keep on growing. In times of drought, the mother is known to kick the joey out because she wants to conserve her own resources and water and so on. So they respond very well. And, you know, when you have a bounce back that they can do, I wouldn't say they're on rabbit status, but they're getting close.
It would be so funny if they became rabbit status somewhere else.
Well, there was one in Russia. There was a video of someone in Russia's driving along and then a kangaroo hops across the road. They reckon it's got out from someone's private zoo or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like, yeah, anyway, that sort of thing, you know, kangaroo in Russia and finds another kangaroo and then all of a sudden there's kangaroos everywhere.
Yeah, that would be so funny.
But I actually always wanted to farm kangaroos. You'd have to have a big fence, obviously. But kangaroos don't have the fat content that beef does. Kangaroos do not fart at all whatsoever, so that you don't get the methane in the atmosphere, and there's no diseases or viruses or anything.
I don't like the taste of them.
Well, it is an acquired taste because it is the meat itself has an odor. And I haven't, the only time I've had it was mince. But I've been told with the steaks, like you cut a steak a certain way, but when you cut the kangaroo steak, you cut it the opposite way. So when you're chewing it, you're biting with the grain or something. Because they've got a tough meat. That's all. So you got to.
Yeah, I don't like the taste though.
Yeah. But I cooked bolognese with kangaroo mince once, and there was no difference in the taste.
Maybe
So
it's okay in a mince, I suppose. I don't think
it
I've had a
depends
mince
what you do with the meat. If you're going to have a steak, you're going to taste that taste that you're describing, and you know that taste I know that's there. But But when it's like mince and it's put with other veggies and tomato sauce, and, that's going to mask it all. So that sort of thing's cool. Casserole, whatever. But as far as a kangaroo steak, yeah, I kind of agree. It's got a acquired taste to it. We had it really fresh once on that property. Actually, on that property where I was chasing kangaroos, one of the guys, Steve, I've yet to release these videos, but back in the day, we used to take the gun, and there was a kangaroo running up on the ridge, and Steve thought, "Fuck it, who's hungry?" So he shot one. Trouble is, he didn't take all the meat. He left the carcass up on the hill. So that probably would have had bloody pigs or dogs get at it. That side of things I don't like. If you're going to kill something, take the whole fucking thing away. But yeah, cut the leg off. Can't even remember if he skinned it. He just threw it straight in the fire, pretty much. That was yum. That actually, eating it that way isn't too bad because the charcoal did mask it a little bit. That taste you're talking about. Anyway, I'm going to go. There's some food.
Yeah, see you next time you're on.
Yes. So Saturdays now, yes?
Yep, Saturdays, yep.
Okay, 8:30 till whenever.
Should be 8 to
8 till whenever. Okay.
It should be 8 till 10. What are we looking at now? Now it's
11:20.
Yeah.
This is the extended director's cut version of
Yes.
Motor Radio. Yeah, cool. All right, well, I'll keep an eye out for him. I lost track there for a little bit, so yeah. Groovy. All right. So next Saturday night, you won't be seeing me because I'll be doing the Seek the Planet ride.
Oh, that's next Saturday, is it?
Yeah, it starts 8 o'clock.
You're not going to jump in on your phone on the bike?
I probably could, actually.
I remember doing it. I remember that happening.
I'd have to work it out. And my phone really is crap for internet, so I don't know how to go. The audio probably wouldn't be a problem, but the video I don't know.
You'd need a Cena, or I assume.
Well, no, I'm talking. I'd be holding the phone in front of me. Yeah, talking that way.
Wouldn't worry about it anyway. Enjoy your ride.
Oh, I might. You never know. If I remember, I might jump in. Yeah. All right. Well, you take it easy in the meantime, and yeah, ride safe out there.
Yep.
No worries. Catch you later.